film with friends, missing VHS videotape repeating.
Welcome. Today we're looking at the Rocketeer. This was 1991, released by Disney Home Video. I guess it was it Touchstone that actually released it, or Buena Vista, or whatever. Pretty good movie. I can't say I was the biggest fan of this. I never saw it in theater. I don't really think I saw it till maybe the late 90s. But this is like primary Jennifer Connelly. She's like so gorgeous. This is like the 90s Jennifer Connelly is like my favorite. Although the 2000s and current day Jennifer Connelly is still quite amazing too. So this is kind of like the big thing that came up. They came out with the year after Dick Tracy, because like 89 you had Batman, which is Warner Brothers, of course, and then 90 you came out, they had Dick Tracy, which they wanted to be the next Batman, but it's a different company, of course. So you have, what's that? What's his name? Billy Campbell. I want to say Billy Connolly, but I know it's Billy Campbell. I used to always get him and Billy Crudup confused. Jennifer Connelly, Timothy Dalton. You got Paul Sorvino and Alan Arkin are in here. Really fun movie based on the 1940s, of course. Directed by Joe Johnston, who would later go on to do another kind of 1940s based film called Captain America: The First Avenger, which I don't think anybody really saw. You know, those Marvel movies don't do too well. This is one that I actually had the privilege of projecting on 35 millimeter. One of our screenings of one of my old theaters, and that was really nice. So the print we had was gorgeous, like almost pristine. I don't remember if like the heads and tails were cut off. It might have been uncut print. I actually have on one of my other channels called The Card Curator, which you can find most likely in the link somewhere. It's part of the Of Light and Dreams family. I do box openings of an entire box of trading cards for this, and I haven't doled them out to see if I have a complete set yet, but they're really cool. So inside, Walt Disney Home Video, and then there's some little, these are in here too. It's another little mail-in thing. It'd be fun to just mail these in. Every one I have, just mail them in, see what happens. And now, for the first time, Disney hit movies available in new low price. Hit movies like Mark Twain and Me, which I know everybody loves. Back to Hannibal, the return of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, which we all grew up watching. White Fang, Shipwreck Hunter for the Kids, which I do have that one. And none of these don't have that one. So I just have these two here on the side. I watched the hell out of that movie when I was a kid. I mean, all the time. But yeah, it's kind of fun. One memory I have of The Rocketeer, I said when it came out, my granddad, who's a big computer guy and really into electronics and all that, he always had like the highest quality first of everything that came out. Like he was the first person to have like a CD-ROM, the first person to have a Blu-ray player back in like, whenever that was that they first came out. First one to have a widescreen TV. But the first thing I ever saw printed out in color was like a cartoon drawing of the Rocketeer that I carried in my wallet for some reason when I was a kid. But I just thought it was so cool to see be able to print at home in color, which just seems so ridiculous now, since you can't really print at home anymore because every time you try, your printer's always out of ink. But yeah, what are your memories of this movie? Is Jennifer Connelly still hot as she was back then? Of course she is, but let me know what you think. Did you guys see this in theater? Have you seen it subsequently since? You see it 35 millimeter digital? Let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Double peace.